All right, so Pisces, if you're not talking to this person or they're not talking to you, there will be some sort of communication. Last month, I think you guys had something along the lines of like, a reconciliation coming in, maybe a last chance for reconciliation. I know it had something to do with the possibility, or either it was going to happen or it wasn't going to happen. But for a lot of you, I feel like maybe you haven't gotten that communication yet. Maybe you guys haven't settled that, if that makes sense. Because the Page of Wands always, always, always to me in a read signifies somebody is talking to somebody. Now you could be like, hey, Dark Dove, I'm talking to freaking new people. Well, great. Great, great, great. Then this may not be your read because this is usually about this other person that you're thinking about. But the Page of Wands always signifies to me some sort of communication. It's a spark. It's a curiosity. What are you up to? What have you been up to? I'm thinking about you. The holidays are coming up. Do you have big plans? I'll be missing you this holiday season. Will you be missing me? Etc. So I definitely feel strongly November is a month of maybe communication, maybe some terms of endearment, maybe a few like drunk text calls. I hate to say that, but I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be some emotions riding high, which isn't a bad thing, just more heightened maybe because of the holidays or maybe because of somebody's birthday or anniversary or whatever. You get my drift. All right. The first card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Knight of Swords. All right. Well, right now it feels like you have some things to say, or they have some things to say to you. The Knight of Swords is a hostility. It's a hostile energy, can be very confrontational. This just means like, hey, I have some things to say. That may be where the communication comes from. Screw the drunk text. It may be like, hey, I got something to say to you and I'm not waiting anymore. I got to say this now. Damn it. No, but literally the Knight of Swords is not terrible, but it's very much a directness, a logic. So I feel like this communication may come into you, Pisces, or you may communicate with them where you're just like, what the fuck are we doing? Or they say the same thing. Like, we've been separated. We love each other. We say, hey, we don't communicate for weeks, months, whatever the case may be. And I feel like for some of you, the Knight of Swords is saying, this is when you may like hash it all out. This is when you may throw the swords and say, if we're going to do this, then we say what we need to say now. We cut the bullshit and we make it happen. If we're not going to do this, then we say, screw it. It's over. Like, don't contact me ever again. I won't contact you ever again. Okay. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Knight of Cups. Very opposite energy. Pisces, are you guys like having some mood swings this month? You kind of like in and out. It's like a love-hate. Like 1 minute you're like, I miss this person. I love them so much. The next minute you're like, I can't stand them. I hate their guts. Because you've got this Knight who's like, I've got things to say. Okay, you've got two Knights, but then you have this Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is very dreamy, very whimsical, very romantic. And no, I don't think this is because they're thinking about somebody else or you're thinking about somebody else or they're romancing somebody else or you're romancing somebody else. I feel like this is you going, but if we could just make it happen, if we could just make it work, I love them so much. I would dote on them so much. So I really do feel like you're having this love-hate relationship with yourself, with them, with your heart, with your head coming into the month. It's like, and it's interesting. They're facing each other. Well, do I tell them, hey, get lost, screw you, I'm pissed, I never want to talk to you again? Or do I come on and say, but in reality, I really care about you. I love you. I still have a connection with you. Pisces, what to do? The next card you have is your distant past. Over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. And you have the Eight of Swords. Now, I love this card because I always say the same thing about this person. And we'll get to that in a second. Look, the Eight of Swords is about self-doubt. It's about self-imprisonment. If you don't want to be with this person, if you've been in a similar situation with other people, it's almost like you've kept yourself in situations that you shouldn't have in the past. And the universe is saying, it's really weird because I'm getting this very strong feeling of you want something different with this person. And you thought it was going to be different. In the past, you kept yourself in situations where they outstayed their welcome. You kept yourself in situations where you knew you should have gotten out long before. But did you exit this one a little too early? Or did they exit this one a little too early? Because it definitely feels like some sort of confusion, imprisonment, where it's almost like you feel like you need to control this situation because of past relationships. And yet in reality, it may be, or they do, or whoever, in reality, it may be that I don't know, Pisces. I don't know why, but like they're saying like, this is the one, or this could have been the one, or this could be the one, or this was the one to have a different scenario, a different outcome. But it didn't play that way. I don't know if there were abandonment issues or insecurity issues on your side or their side, if one of you guys gave each other a reason to feel that way. But the Eight of Swords is saying like, you don't have to be stuck in this situation. If you no longer want to be with this person, communicate with them, cut it off completely. If they come back in your life and you want nothing to do with them, cut it off completely. It's saying like, be done. Okay. But at the same time, the Eight of Swords, look, this person could walk out the front door. Instead, he or she is dangling themselves over swords, putting themselves in this position when they could walk out the front door. And I always say the same thing, put a shirt on before you walk out the front door. But I feel like Pisces, this is universe's way of saying, look, if this is what you truly want, then have at it. Then if they come towards you and want to reconcile, then go for it. If not, it's weird. It's like you keep yourself in this cocoon because of insecurities of the what if I get hurt again, or the what if, well, then there needs to be changes of behavior. And I'm not saying it's on your end. It could be on their end. But I feel like it's very mutual, that it's like, hey, the Eight of Swords is saying, then tweak it. Fix what you like. Because look, I'm so mad at you. You make me so mad. I love you. I dream about you. I want a romance. Like there's this conflicting energy and you're keeping yourself in the dark when you could just make a decision. And for some of you, you're going to be like, Dark Dove, it's not that fucking easy. They're not talking to me. They ghost me, or I ghost them, or whatever. Well, then figure that out. Cause I feel like they keep pushing me to say like, there's a resource here. There's a way to figure this out. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past 2 weeks, past month or two, and you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a charitable energy, very generous, but very charitable. So this is saying, but I feel like this is like you or them. Your reads always to me are like 50-50, because I feel like half the time it's them and then half the time it's you. Because the Six of Coins is a generosity, contentedness, a charity, but the charity thing on this Six of Coins bothers me, because it's either like you give them a coin of your attention, or you give them a coin of like, they come back and say, hey, I miss you, Pisces. And you go, oh, you do? That's so sweet. But then like nothing. And they're kind of like, but I need to see something from you, or vice versa. Maybe you go towards them and say, hey, I miss you, so-and-so. And like you give them a coin and they take the coin and they run. So it's like here, somebody is offering, like the past month or two, I feel like somebody's offering up like a gesture of, hey, how are you, like trying to get the ball rolling, and it's not going anywhere. But to be fair, that ball that's being, or the coin that's being offered doesn't really have much backing. So I feel like Pisces, they're coming to you like, hey, how are you doing? And you're like, good, how are you? And then nothing. And yet this person has like done some damage. And so you deserve a little more. It's like this meme. I think I've said, I don't know if I've said it in a Pisces reading before, but I've said it in 1 or 2 readings before. It's like this meme I saw about where it was like, hey, if you pay, $1,600 in bills by yourself, and you take care of a kid or you whatever, and you got a guy or girl hitting you up with WYD, move on. Because if you can't even hit me up with more than WYD, what are you doing? Like move on. And that's what it kind of feels like, hey, there needs to be some effort or something put in here behind this act of like, oh, I reached out to you, so now I want you to like reciprocate tenfold. No, texting or calling me and saying, hey, or texting and saying, what's up? Like there's nothing behind that. That's almost like testing the waters. I'll see if maybe I get a reaction. And if I don't, no, there has to be more behind it. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Seven of Swords. All right. The Seven of Swords is, a feeling of defense. Okay. It's feeling like there's a reason over the next few months. I feel like there's a possibility that you guys are going to talk. I feel like you might have a more open dialect, but there's something this person did to you. Maybe you did to them. Cross watchers, it can be reversed, but I read mainly for the sign, although Pisces, for whatever reason, you tend to seem to be 50-50 in some of this stuff. But the Seven of Swords is about deception, strategy, manipulation. Rather be alone than be sucked into something. And so either you were played or you played them. But I feel like this is like, you guys need to get through this. It's like this muddy water that you guys have been trudging for a long time. And it goes along with this frickin' put your shirt on before you go outside. Because it's like, if you're done with this situation, be fucking done with it. And if you're not, then get over it. Whatever it was, cheating, that kind of stuff, it's not okay. But if you decide you love this person enough to stick around, if you decide you love this person enough to take them back, then shut up about it now. And I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to like whatever, but it's like people take people back that have done bad things to them and expect them to change overnight, or expect everything to happen overnight, or expect to be trusted overnight, or expect that you can trust them overnight. It doesn't work that way. Can somebody who cheated make up for their mistakes? Yes. One of my best friend's husband, unfortunately, cheated on her years ago. They have had 2 babies since, or 2 kids since. Beautiful. They're older than babies now. Beautiful kids. They have managed to rectify it and make it happen. And there were trust issues and arguing and stuff in the first, but they decided if we're going to give this a go, we're just going to give it a go. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to forget the past. And I know you're saying it's easier said than done. Yes, it is easier said than done. But I feel like you need to make a decision on which direction you're going. If you're going to cut this off, cut it off. And if you're not, then enough of the, like, I feel like either you're bullying them or they're bullying you, and not bullying like in school. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying more just like, who are you with? Or I bet you were talking to he or she, or I bet you, okay. To make it work after something happens, you can't continue to do that. And it's the same with anything. It doesn't have to be lying or cheating. It can be, fighting or arguing, or somebody feels unloved, or somebody feels like somebody didn't make the effort. Okay, then you put in more effort. Okay, then you acknowledge it, and you guys, does that make sense? It's like actions speak louder than words. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout November, and you have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is work, which Pisces, very good about working hard, diligent. The 10 of Pentacles is also about legacy though, and excess. So I feel like some of you are doing really well at your jobs. You're doing well financially. You're doing well in other aspects of your life. The love aspect is the part where you're kind of like, okay, I need something better to roll along my way. Like, even if it's reconnecting with this person, then we need a new beginning. And if it's not reconnecting, then you're completely disconnecting and finding a new person. But whatever's going on here, you're looking for your legacy. It's almost like some of you, your clock is ticking and you're going, okay, you know what? Like, I'm looking for the person I'm going to grow old and gray with. And I don't want this drama BS with this person. I don't want the dating games. I'm just looking for the person to settle down with. I'm not getting any younger. Like, I want my forever. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. It could be the beginning, middle, end, could last for a day, a week, etc. And you have work again. The 8 of Pentacles is work, hard work, diligence. The 10 of Pentacles, again, is a legacy, but the 8 of Pentacles is like getting there. It's stamina. It's dutiful. It's just somebody who's working. I feel like Pisces, the way that you've been kind of getting over this, the way you've been kind of ignoring the situation is work. That you've just been like, hey, I'm busting my butt. I'm making, dollar bills. We're heading that direction. I'm saving up. Like, this is the way I keep myself sane, in a situation of not knowing if I'm going to talk to this person again, not knowing where we're going, where we're heading, what's going on. That fox is staring, not at me. I don't know what it's staring at, but it's bothering me because I feel like at any second, somebody's going to be like, oh, I just got a text from my ex. You're not going to believe this. It's really strange. Okay. The next card you have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a holiness. It's an otherness. It's like an unconscious and on another level. It's like looking in the mirror, but understanding like you don't control everything. Understanding that some things are karmic, some things are destiny, some things are universal. The High Priestess is saying, if this is meant to be, if this is the direction it's meant to be, it will happen. This is you kind of throwing your arms up in the air and saying, hey, I don't know what else to do here. So maybe if some guidance came in, maybe I should see the signs. Maybe I should, it's not that you're going to lay low or not do anything. It's not that you may not try and communicate with this person. It's just that you understand there's like a divine timing about it. So if you guys are supposed to be together, it'll happen. It's like you understand that you're not going to necessarily lose this person if it doesn't happen right now. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the 5 of Swords. So this is a fear, okay? And this is internal. But this is the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is a fear of victory. It's a defeat, dishonor. Your biggest fear is that you're going to end up getting lied to, cheated on, manipulated. There's something about this person that they didn't tell you the truth, or they're being deceptive, but this is, again, internal. This is what you're worried about. You're worried that if you got back together with this person, that's what would happen. And it shows clearly here with the Seven of Swords that that's what you're worried about. That can you get over this? Can you get over the pain and the hurt and the deception to make this work? And it feels like, and like I was saying before, when I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like, great. If you can, suck it up, buttercup, and let's get moving, and let's do all the things we said we're going to do. And if not, then cut it. And I know, again, easier said than done, but it's like torment to yourself, and you know which way you want to go, and then go full speed ahead.